So now children, let us see the first type of the part of speech, which is noun. Look over here. I have mentioned here a few examples to make it clear to you. First is that Akbar was a great king. Okay. What is noun? Let us see. Akbar was a great king. Clear? So here, look at this. Akbar and king. Okay. Akbar is a person. Name of a person. He was rather. Okay. These days also we can keep anybody's name Akbar. But actually we are talking about the great king which existed once. Okay. So king. King also denotes or depicts a person. So here king, whatever word depicts some person, okay, stands for a person. They are what? Nouns. Clear? Maybe in common, when I say boy, boy can be any boy. Any boy. Sandeep is a boy, Rohit is a boy, Shyam is a boy, Mohan is a boy. Okay, name can be anything. But when some word denotes a person, okay, or when I say girl, girls can be any girl. When I say girl, boy depicts persons. So the name, word which stands for some person, they are what? Nouns. Clear? This sentence says, what are they? Akbar and king. Both of these are nouns. Was a great. These three words, they do not denote any person. Now, Kolkata is on the Hooghly. We have seen persons. Now we are going to see places. Okay. Kolkata is the name of a place. Name given to a place. Is on the Hooghly. Is on the. They are not the names of anything. Hooghly. Hooghly is the name of a river. Kolkata is situated on the bank of river Hooghly. Hooghly is also a name given to something. Okay, to a river. So here Hooghly and Kolkata, they denote some places. So these are what? Nouns. So remember, names of the persons, names of places. Clear? When I say third example, the rose smells sweet. Clear? Rose is what? Rose is a thing, flower. Okay, flower. But actually what it is? Non-living thing. It is living though, because it is a part of a plant. Okay, but we consider it to be a thing. It is not a person. It is not a place. So what is rose? It is a thing. So rose smells sweet. The smells sweet. They are not the names. They are the names given to some other parts of speech, some others in other sense. Rose is a name given to a flower, a thing. So this is the name of a thing which is a noun. Clear? Let us recall again. Names of persons, names of the places, names of the things. Clear? Here in the fourth example, the birds are chirping. Okay, is the is a name of something? No. Are birds name of some creatures? Yes. Living creatures, they are the birds itself. Then are? No. Chirping? No. They are not the, they are the names given to some other part of speech. They will fall under some other part of speech. So birds. Now what we have drawn from here, from this example, the names of birds. Means if the names of birds are there, names of animals can also be noun. Okay. So these all four examples, what do they tell you? The names given to any person, place, animal, birds or things. All these are noun. Clear? What is noun? Noun, you can say the one word definition, my definition, name. Okay. Noun means the word which names something, which is a name of something. Maybe person, maybe place, maybe animal or maybe thing. So here, look, here is the definition before you. The full definition, okay, bookish definition. The word used as the name of a person, place, animal or thing. Clear? Examples I have mentioned here of all three examples of each. Person, three persons' names. Ramesh, Sohan, Geeta. These are all the names given to the persons. School, hospital, Trinity Academy. These are the names given to the places. Okay. Lion, tiger, parrot. Names given to the birds and animals. Clear? Then book, wall, duster, fan. These are objects, things. Book is a thing, wall is a thing, duster, fan, all these are objects, articles, things. So names given to the things. So clear? What is the definition? The word given to the name of a person, place, animal or thing. Now see, According to my definition, name of anything in the universe is noun. Ask why? Because all the things living and non-living which exist in the world, they fall under these 4-5 categories only. Either they are human beings, either they are birds, either they are animals, or they are the things. Okay, living and non-living. So name given to anything you see around. You can see fan, you see this board, you see this picture, you see this duster, marker, you can see a human being here standing over here. Okay, this board, wall, whatever things you see with your eyes, okay, they are nouns. They are some name, particular name is given to them. Otherwise, we cannot identify anything. What is this? If there was no name of this white colored structure before you, you would not have identified that it is a board. So we have given the name to each of the thing existing in this world. So noun is what? Name. Clear? Remember this. So now noun is clear. Now I have to rub the board again. We have to proceed towards pronoun. Clear? Now see children, we have to see the second type of the part of speech, which is the pronoun. Okay, you can see the spelling of pronoun. If you break from here, okay, what you will find, you can see the word noun here. Clear? So noun we have seen, what is noun? Name of anything, any person, place, animal or thing. Pro means instead of. Clear? I'll write the meaning here. Pro means instead of, in place of. Okay. So the name itself suggests the definition. The words, what is that pronoun? It is a part of speech. Okay. So it is what? The words which are used instead of nouns, in place of any nouns, in place of any name, you can say. The words used in place of any name, they are pronouns. Look here. John is absent because he is ill. Okay. Can you find out noun here? Name of any person, place, animal or thing. Can you find here? Let us search. John. Yes. The name of a person, human being, is absent because he is ill. He denotes a person. Clear? If you see carefully, birds, animals, things are not denoted by any other word. In this sentence, he stands for a male, for a human being, person. Now, when we see the meaning, John is absent because he is ill. Who is ill? John is absent because he is ill. Who is ill? Somebody else is ill. That's why John is absent? No. He stands for John here. John is absent. The reason is why he is absent, because he is ill. So he word stands for John itself. So John is the name, noun. Clear? Name of a person, the noun. When he word stands for the noun, it is called a pronoun. Same what I have told you here. The words used in place of names or nouns. Second example, she is my sister. She denotes a human being, a female. Okay, a girl, lady. She is my sister. Sister is what? Sister is what? Name given to a relation. Okay, it is another name given to a relation. So name given to anything, noun. Even children, when you say whatever things are visible, not only they are nouns, but are feelings, emotions, which we feel, express, cannot show, cannot see. The names of the feelings are also nouns. Okay, when we see the types of nouns, it will be clear to you. So names of anything means all the things will come under it. Names of relations too. Okay, so here sister is a noun. She is my sister. Who is my sister? She. So she stands for sister. She is for sister, noun. So word, she is a word which is used in place of the noun sister. Clear? So she is also a pronoun. Look at the third sentence. The books are where you left them. Okay, the books. Name of the things. Book is a thing. The books. Now are where you left them. Them sounds to be somewhat for things, non-living thing. Clear? The books are where you left them. What you left? Them. Them means it stands for the books. So here them stands for the books itself. So the word which is standing for a noun, which represents a noun, which comes in place of a noun. Okay, so here it is noun. If we say the sentence like this, the books are where you left the books. Is it okay? It sounds odd. The books are where you left the books. Okay, it sounds wrongly. So when we say the books are where you left them, we are using some other word in place of repeating the books again. When you repeat the books again and again in a same sentence, it sounds odd. So we use another word, that is a pronoun. So word standing for a noun again, it is a pronoun. When I want to say 4 lines, okay, let us come to a practical example. For example, I want to describe a person maybe. Let us see, I want to describe this Shweta. When I want to say praise Shweta, like Shweta is a girl, Shweta is a good girl, okay, Shweta works very hard, Shweta gets up early in the morning, Shweta is punctual. When I want to speak 10 sentences on Shweta or anything in the world, if I repeat the name again and again, Shweta, 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 it sounds odd. Okay? It is not good to use in English. So for that, repeating the same word, name again and again, I will use some other word. Okay? That means the word which will be used in place of that noun, Shweta, name of a girl, name of a person, that will be called the pronoun. How will I say? Shweta is a girl. First time I have to introduce whom I am talking about. So in the first instance I will say Shweta. Second time what I will say? She is a good girl. Like Shweta is a girl. She is a good girl. She studies hard. She gets up early in the morning. Now it is good. Okay. So instead of repeating the same word many times in the same conversation, we will use some other words. They will be called pronouns. Look at the 4th sentence. It is my cow. It is my cow. Cow. Name of an animal. Okay. Name of an animal. So here it is. Name of an animal. It is a noun. Cow is a noun. Now which word is standing for it? Let us see. It is my cow. See here. Suppose, imagine this is a cow standing here. I cannot bring the cow here. You can imagine for time being that this is a cow standing here. When I say to you, this is my cow, it is my cow. So, it. For what I am telling it, I am showing towards cow, it. I have named the cow, it. If I say this is my cow, what I will do? This. I will name the cow as this. So, this word, it and this, both are denoting what? Cow, standing for the cow. If I say, cow is my cow, cow is my cow, is it right? No. So, we have to use some other word, okay, to make our language beautiful and good at listening. So, it word stands for the cow itself, not for any other thing. Clear? So, here the same word used in place of a noun, it is a pronoun. Right? So, how can you constitute the definition now? The word used instead of a noun. Instead of means in the place of. When we use some words in the place of nouns. Nouns, names of person, places, animals and things. If you use some words for them which are not names, they are called pronouns. That is what pro and noun, pro plus noun. Instead of noun. In place of noun. That's what. The word itself contains the definition of pronoun. Clear? Let us see the overall examples. He, she denotes persons. It, non-living thing. In the modern English, we call birds and animals also by. No, in olden English we used to call them by it. In modern English, we used to call animals and birds also by he and she. But I think that is a wrong use. He and she should denote only the persons living, means human beings rather. They stands for human beings also, okay, and for the collection of objects. My, this, etc. These all are pronouns. Children, when we deal with the pronoun chapter, that time we are going to see at least near around 10 types of pronouns. So right now we are not going to describe them in detail. So here finishes your second part of speech, which is pronoun. Okay. Now we are going to end this lecture. In the next lecture, we are going to see the third type of part of speech, that is the adjective, and furthermore. Okay. Till then, keep practicing from your book. Keep making notes and start learning and preparing. Thank you.